How are you doing? Happy New Year. This is your boy Legendary Duels. Today, people, to start off the new year, we're going to be doing a deck profile after quite a long time. Sorry about that, guys. I've been doing a lot of college and I haven't really had time to make deck profiles and other videos, so it's been rough for me. But I'm back and I'm here for as long as I can before my semester starts, so I'm going to do as much as I can here and there, and I'm going to try to get some more decks out. So we'll see how far I get. But I want to start off the year with the king of games himself, Yugi Muto. So as you can see in the thumbnail, this is called Yugi Muto's GX deck. So this is basically 10 years after the original series. This is basically Yugi's deck, kind of upgraded with a lot of new support that he's gotten over the years. I kind of based this deck kind of similarly to Yugi's DSOD deck that took place after the ending of the manga. 6 months later after the manga, he got a bunch of new support cards, so I'm not using any of the DSOD cards because I want this deck to feel unique and on its own. So it's gonna have its own support cards that weren't in DSOD. So there's gonna be upgrades to old classic monsters, Buster Blader, Gaia, stuff like that, just a bunch of cool different stuff. There's so much new support that came out for Yugi over the years that this is just one version of his deck. There's another version that I'm going to build that's going to be like mixing the gadgets with the magnets, and then another build where it's just magicians and warriors and stuff like that. So like there's so much new support. Obviously we know there's new Dragon Champion support as well that came out a while back, and new Blackluster. So there's so much stuff. I couldn't fit everything in this deck, so this is going to be a 40 card deck, 15 card extra deck. All these cards are you're able to buy. They're all TCG only, no anime cards, no anime effects, just all TCG cards, so you guys can build it like as soon as you want. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So basically, this is kind of going off of part 1 where I kind of made the Joey GX deck. This will be the Yugi GX deck. And then I'm going to be doing a Kaiba one soon. I already ordered the cards that I needed for his deck, and I'm kind of working on the finalizations of how I want that deck to look like. But yeah, so that's coming really soon, and I'm probably going to have some custom cards for that. I didn't make any custom cards for Yugi because he got so much new support over the years that like he didn't really need. I mean, I could make some cool fun stuff, but he didn't need it, to be honest. He didn't really need it at all. But anyway, we're going to hop into it. I know I talk a lot. It is what it is. We're going to hop into it. I'm going to start off with his monsters. I'm going to start off with the classic Dark Magician right here, along with the Dark Magician Girl. We got the new Buster Blader, the Dragon Swordsman, right? No, the Destruction Swords Master, yeah. I added him in there as an upgrade for a Blackluster Soldier. Sorry, an upgrade for Buster Blader. Sorry, guys, it's been a minute. But yeah, Buster Blader. I put the original Buster Blader in the side deck. This card has a cool effect. I didn't add all the Buster Blader support. Obviously, some of them are tuners and synchros and stuff, so I couldn't add that, and I didn't want to add any Buster Blader support that had references to tuners or synchros because it doesn't exist in the GX era yet. It exists in 5Ds, so who knows? Maybe I'll do a fun 5Ds thing where I include all that stuff, but right now, I only include this guy. His effect has nothing to do with tuners or anything. He's just a Dragon Slayer, so he's there. Next, we have the original Magnet Warriors along with Valkyrian. So we got those 3 right there along with Valkyrian, and then we also have the 3 new Magnet Warrior monsters, the Electromagnet Warrior monsters. I did just want to run these 3, but they actually work with these, so like I felt like I couldn't really add these without these. I mean, you could try building it without these, but I wish they had made these so that they could replace the original ones, so I didn't have to use up so much room in my main deck and I could try other stuff, but it is what it is. So those are the 3 Electromagnet Warriors along with Berserkion as well. So those 8 cards are there, and then we have the other 2 Magnet supports, Delta and Espelon. So those are all the Magnet Warrior stuff. Like I said, I added some upgrades to some of his classics, so those are some of the upgrades right there. Alright, next up we're gonna do some Gaia support, a little bit, not too much of it, not all of it. Like I said, I didn't add everything. I just wanted to add a little bit of upgrades to the different archetypes that he uses, so I didn't add all the massive support that he got for Gaia, Curse of Dragon, Buster Blader. I didn't add everything. I only added like sprinkles of each, of a lot of the main stuff, the main combos. And that's it. And then in other builds, I'll go all in and show you the rest of the support. But yeah, so we got Curse of Dragon, the Cursed Dragon. They did not think very hard for that name. We got Gaia, the Magical Knight. Both very good combo together. They can fuse right away and search for Spiral Fusion. And we have Artillery Catapult Turtle as the evolution of Catapult Turtle, and it works with the new Gaia support. And yeah, so that's the Gaia stuff right there. Then we have Skilled Dark Magician. And then for some, side cards here, we got Electro Magnet Turtle. We have Electromagnetic Turtle, we have Marshmallow, and we have Witch of the Black Forest. And then for the Karibo, I use the new Magic Karibo, which helps you get out Dark Magician. Very good card. I like this card. And once again, it just helps you get out your ace a lot faster. And you can actually search this out very easily with Witch of the Black Forest and whatnot. So it's very good. And then for the final monster, because for Joey's deck, I created the Claw of Hermos as a monster, to represent the Timaeus one. Obviously, I added Timaeus, the United Dragon, in here. He got this card from Pegasus. Pegasus decided to recreate the cards for himself, for Yugi, Joey, and Kaiba, and he gave them to the three of them to recreate them as monsters. So that's what he did. So Yugi got his Timaeus right here, and this will give him access to the Timaeus fusions with Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. So there you go. You got Timaeus right there. And that's pretty much all the monsters in the main deck. Like I said, just so many upgrades of his different monsters in there. Nothing too wild and crazy. Just a little boost here and there. I didn't want to make, even though it's been 10 years, I didn't want to make this deck too overpowered. Because it's still in the GX timeline, and the power scaling in GX isn't that much higher than in Duel Monsters, even though it's been 10 years, I know. But it's really not that much higher in lore of the anime. So I didn't want to go too crazy, but it'll go a lot crazier in the future when I add like more of the support and more specific builds that are more focused on specific strategies. Those will be probably a lot stronger, but this is more like a fun deck, that includes everything in there, just like how Yugi normally runs his deck. Alright, then we got Monster Reborn for the spell, we got Pot of Greed, we got Graceful Charity, we got Gold Sarcophagus, we got Polymerization, we got Spiral Fusion, the new Gaia Fusion spell card that works with the Gaia support. We got Magnet Induction to help you get out your magnets. We have Ties of the Brethren. I added a mix of Yugi cards and Atem cards. I mean, they're all Yugi's cards, but yeah, I added a mix of both in there. Got Monster Reincarnation, Dark Magic Attack, Premature Burial, and Swords of Revealing Light. So those are all the spells right there. Then for the traps, we have 6 trap cards. We got Mirror Force, Magic Cylinder, Spellbinding Circle, the classics. Then we have Eternal Soul, Dark Magician support, Dark Renewal, and Magnet Conversion. There's a lot of magnet stuff in this deck. It takes up a good portion of the deck, so this will probably come more in handy than you might think, but we'll see. But yeah, so those are the monsters, spells, and traps for the main deck. And next we're going to hop into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, there's a lot of new support that came out. I didn't add everything, but here's what I decided to add in it. The Dark Magicians, obviously, this is a fusion of Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, so I had to add this in there as well. And interestingly enough, this is actually, even though the skin is green, and the hair is blonde, it is actually a purple Dark Magician, which is rare because you usually don't see the purple Dark Magician represented that much, so I'll take that as anime support. But it can go in either. It can go in anime or manga. It's not specified which support it's for. So yeah, the Dark Magician is in there. We also have the new, two new Gaia cards. This is Sky Galloping Gaia, and this is Gaia, the Magical Knight of Dragons. Both very strong cards, especially this guy. This guy, pops cards and gains a lot of attack if you use Spiral Fusion and stuff, so that's a very good card. Right there, that's the Gaia stuff. Then we have Dark Cavalry, a fusion with one of the Gaias and Dark Magician, so that's really cool. Then we have Dark Paladin, the original right there, and then we have the new Buster Blader fusion, Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. This card's really good, very powerful, very strong against Kaiba because he runs dragons. He'll gain a bunch of attack for the dragons. He'll switch, I think he switches them all to defense. He pierces them, it makes them so they can activate it. This card is busted. We're gonna use this at some point soon in a new video. That's what I'm working on because this card is busted. We gotta try that out. And I love the artwork. This card just has amazing artwork. Well, there you go. And then we have the Imperium Magnum, the superconducted battle bot, which is the fusion of Valkyrian and Berserkion, so that's the Magnet fusion. And then obviously we have the three Tamais fusions, Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight, Amulet Dragon, and Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. And there you go. Those are all the fusions, 9 fusions. Nothing too crazy. Oh, sorry, no, 10 fusions, right? Yeah, 10 fusions right there. Feel free to add whatever other fusions you want to add to it. But yeah, these are all the cards right here. We're gonna hop right into the the side deck. Yeah, we're gonna hop into the side deck. Sorry guys, it's been a minute. For the Dark Magicians, if I ever use this, I will probably only ever do it when I fuse Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. Even though you could use just Dark Magician and any spellcaster, or Dark Magician Girl and any spellcaster, it would feel more original to me if I only use Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, because they're in the art. So even though like you probably could do it in other ways, I would only use, you know, what you're supposed to use to summon them, even though you can't use anything. But yeah, that is the extra deck. All right. For the side deck, we have Gandor, the Dragon of Destruction. If you want to add it into the main deck, go right ahead. I didn't have too much room for it, but it's there because it's, you know, Yugi's main boss monster. I'm debating on whether or not to add Gandora X. I think that was used in DSOD, it was. So I'm debating whether or not to use it, but I probably will, or if not, get you know, someone to make a new Gandor for me. I don't know. But either way, whatever. It's in the side deck for now, so you can take it in. You got the original Buster Blader. Sometimes having the original Buster Blader is better just because he's treated as Buster Blader in the hand deck and extra deck. Sorry, hand, deck, field, and graveyard. And the new Buster Blader, he's I think only treated as Buster Blader while in the field and in the graveyard. So you know, it's harder to like search him out and stuff, and you know, have other effects, which is why there's not too much Buster Blader support in here. But yeah, there's Buster Blader. We have Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning and Dark Magician of Chaos. I know you're thinking, why didn't you just add this? The reason why is because we already saw these cards in action against Judai, so I didn't want to like showcase them again. That's why they're in the side deck. Like, you could take it in, they're very easy, they're very powerful cards. Feel free to add them in, but I didn't add them in the main because I wanted to use a lot of the new support. That's pretty much why. I wanted to use the new support, but they're here, so please use them for extra power. And then we got Curse of Dragonfire. I didn't have room for it, so I didn't add it, but it's in the side deck. We got Skilled White Magician. This helps you get out Buster Blader. It's slow, but it helps you get it out, I guess. And then we have the new card, Dimension Conjurer, which works with Magical Dimension. You can summon it, search out Magical Dimension. I think you get to draw extra cards and do a bunch of shenanigans. So this card's really cool. I really like the fact that they made a monster to search that out. And then we have Curryborn here for the monster. And then we have Magical Dimension to work with this guy. This guy is cool. I just really like him. But yeah, for the spells, we have Magical Dimension, Dedication Through Light and Darkness. We have Chaos Scepter Blast right here. We have Secrets of Dark Magic. You can add that in the main deck if you want. That's perfectly fine. This deck doesn't focus too much on Dark Magician fusions as much, so I guess that's why I didn't really add it, because there's not as much dark. It doesn't focus on Dark Magician. I'll have another build in the future that focuses on Dark Magician and the Magician support. So then I'll add more of the, you know, Magician fusions and stuff like that. But yeah, then we have Magnet Reverse, Spiral Spear Strike, and then Zero Gravity. So that's a 15 card side deck right there for you guys. Alright, and that is the deck right there. That is Yugi Muto's GX deck. Once again, it takes place 10 years, technically 13 years after, because then, you know, this is supposed to be like cards that he's obtained up until the point where he faces Jaden in Season 4. Obviously, we never got to see him face current day Yugi, but this is my interpretation of Yugi's deck in current day by that point. Which is also why I didn't go too hard adding too much extra new support, because it would be way too overpowered. But I think this deck is fun. It's not too overpowered. I tested it out, I think, in Master Duel before, and it was fun, but it wasn't too overwhelming either. It's just some nice upgrades, but it's still manageable in the GX timeline. But yeah, so that is the deck right there. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be doing Seto Kaiba's GX deck. We got to see Kaiba Man use slightly upgrade, not really that much. It was just adding Kaiba Man, but he added Kaiba Man, and I'll be adding more new support, as well as some custom made support for Kaiba as well. So there's some cool ideas that I have in mind in my head. I just gotta hire the person to Batman to make my my custom arts. But yeah, I gotta get on that soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I will have new videos as soon as I can. Thank you for being patient with me. I know it's hard. It's been hard not getting the content you guys really want to see, but I'm trying my best here. It's hard to get this done. Both of our lives, me and Robbie, are very busy, so it's been challenging doing that. And school has been hell to get through, and I just have no time to really like dedicate to making videos and spending money to buy cards and stuff. So it is what it is. I'm trying my best, so be patient. But I appreciate and I love you guys so much for loving the channel, loving the duels, and loving the deck profiles, and hopefully we get to bring you more. I am working on a new duel for this upcoming year, a new character duel, a live one, you know, since you guys love those more than anything else. So we'll see. Me and Robbie are going to work on a script. We'll see how far we get. That's the plan. So we're going to try to work on it during my winter break. So look forward to that. Hopefully we can get it done beforehand. No promises, but that's the goal. That's the dream. We'll see what happens. God bless you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Gotcha. Peace. See ya.